So I've decided that the definition of good customer service would be showing them that you care, being invested in them, respecting them, listening to them, and giving them the absolute best that you can of what you have. I think that is good customer service. And I have decided today that great customer service is throwing live bees at the customers. Yeah. I don't really know how many people can boast about throwing live bees at customers, but I can now. That is not exactly something I planned on checking off my list, but it is now checked off my list of interesting ways to interact with customers. So what happened was there was a wasp on the inside of our store window. And let me backtrack and say that anyone who knows me knows that I'm not afraid of bees. I love bees. I handle them whenever I can. I pet bees, kiss bees, pick bees up, hold bees, feed bees, annoy bees, do whatever I want to do with them whenever I want to, whenever it's available for me to do annoying things to them. But I don't get stung, really, because I have figured out how to hold them without getting stung. So there's this bee on the inside of our window, and at first I was just going to try to shoo it out, like it would fly, and I'd just kind of try to guide it and make it go out the door. But I've discovered that really doesn't work well with flying bugs. They just fly in further and then get lost. So it was kind of hopping around, and then it just kind of stayed on the window with its wings buzzing really fast, and I thought, well, if I grab it by its wing, then it can't get away. Now, obviously, I run the risk of getting stung, but if I do it fast enough, hopefully it won't happen, and if it does, I'm a big girl, I can handle it. So I grabbed it on its right wing, and then it actually worked perfectly, because then its body landed on my thumbnail. So even if it tried to sting me, it was on my thumbnail, so it couldn't have done any damage. So it's like, oh, I just feel like such a pro, a bee-grabbing pro. And my coworkers are all like, what is she doing? She's grabbing a bee. That's not exactly normal to them, unfortunately. So I grab this bee and I walk over to our sliding glass door, and my only thought is, I don't want to get stung, obviously, so it's like, just get it outside and just fling it and let it fly. And as I'm in the process, this slow motion moment happened where I have the bee in my hand, and all of a sudden I see there's a customer that's going to be walking in front of the bee's path. And I think to myself, well, if it just flies, it'll just go maybe way in front of her, and she probably won't even see it, and it'll probably nothing really will be noticeable about it. It's just gonna happen. But of course that's not what happened. When I threw it, I unintentionally timed it perfectly for the bee to fly 1 inch in front of her face. And I don't even know if she realized it was a bee. She just knew something happened, and something kind of was thrown right in front of her. And I look back, and my manager is literally doing this. So I really hope that customer had no idea what just happened. She was fine. The bee didn't sting her. It went on its way. But if she'd been any closer to it, it may well have landed on her, and it would not have been happy. So it may not have ended very well. But thankfully, nothing ended in any pain or tears. It was just a lot of laughter and a lot of fun being made of me when I went back inside the building. And my manager was definitely in shock. So Customer Service 101. If doing the best you can to please them doesn't work, throw bees at them, and then they won't question your judgment anymore. Okay. Bye.